Hi everyone, Jean Tyndall here. And for those of you who are hoping to join us live, well, that's not happening today because apparently I can't figure out my phone. So in my long line of learning experiences, this is another one. Anyway, I'd still like to talk to you today, and I'd like to talk a little bit about my writing course that's coming up and some of the exercises that I've been testing out with my good friend Bob Geisel, who is my guinea pig, my love, my wonderful partner who is a great healer in his own right and a wonderful jewelry maker and a all-around good person. So when when I decided to do this course, what I was trying to think about was what is the most healing thing that writing has done for me? And really, it has helped me to get my pain, my emotions, my confusion, anything that I've had in my life that I needed to really just get out of myself and look at. It's really helped me to do that. Writing it down on a piece of paper allows you to detach yourself a little bit from something and really look at it. So what we did today was we worked with exercise number 2, which is in my free report, which I've also put for you on Facebook. And it's about taking a physical or emotional pain and really exploring where you hold that pain in your body. Because when you hold physical pain in your body or emotional pain or emotional incidents in your body for a long time, or if you habitually hold them in the same place, they can create actual physical illness or physical pain for you. So this exercise explores where in your body you're holding the pain. So I had him actually think a little bit about that, about where he stores the pain in his body. And then I did an exercise that took him through a meditation. And the meditation basically has you focus on an incident that was painful to you in the past, or on a pain that you have that's recurring, and just get focused on it and really feel where you feel it in your body. And then as you're feeling it, to give it a picture around it or give it some sort of visualization. For instance, if I hold pain in my heart and in my chest, and I can visualize it as this red pulsing ball. And as I visualize that, I can begin to, with my breath, dissolve that red pulsing ball. The more I breathe, the more I let it go. This can be around any incident that's painful to me or confusing or chaotic. So the meditation went through this process of just visualizing the pain, bringing up the incident and seeing where the pain presents in your body, and then breathing your way into dissolving of the pain. And then when you come out of the meditation, I had him write down really fast some of his thoughts and some of his insights into this through this meditation. So I wanted to ask you, Bob, how did this exercise work for you and how did you feel about it when you did it?
I was uncomfortable with it to begin with. So I thought, well, good, that's significant. So I went ahead, did the meditation, and what came up for me was a lifelong actual physical pain, and it occurred to me that some of that had something to do with um, my uh, my negative feelings about past lives. So I had to think about that a little bit, and I had to write a little bit about that. I have a painful right foot and right leg, and in some studies you hold old trauma in your legs. So I had to think about that, and I wrote some of that down in the writing that I did.
And you were able to get some insights on as to how you might relieve it, or would that be another exercise or another
I think
session?
for me that's going to be another exercise or another session. It was interesting to actually begin the process of looking at that because it's been something that I've had my entire life. This is not something new. This is not there was not a, a recent trauma or something that happened. It's not actually, at least as far as I know, it's not an emotional pain. I was born. I was kind of born this way, and so I actually had an opportunity to look at it in a slightly different way, rather than that there might be some other avenues to look at as to why I have this, because it is a little bit debilitating, actually.
So do you think the writing, that writing it out and actually being able to look at it would be helpful for you on an
Actually,
ongoing?
I think that it looks like it's going to be an ongoing thing, because it brought up stuff that I hadn't. It brought it up in a way that I hadn't actually thought about it, or that it hadn't actually occurred to me. So, you like to think that you're in control of stuff and that you actually know what's going on and things. So, fortunately or unfortunately for me, at least in this instance, I was forced to relook at something that I haven't actually had to look at for quite a long time. So, obviously, there's something else there. So it brought, it was unexpected that it brought up. It opened up another avenue for me to look at.
And you did actually, when we were talking about this and when we did the exercise earlier today, you actually had an experience of synchronicity with this where you were listening to a program about it. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was.
This is how synchronicity works.
It was almost magical. I went back down into my work area and I was making some. I was making a bracelet for somebody, and this program came on that was a program by a doctor in Washington, I believe he is, where he was helping people reconfigure their emotional response to traumatic pain, long-term enduring stuff. So it was oh, well, gee, I was just doing that, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. So it actually not only did it raise some new issues for me, but the program itself sort of reinforced the idea that, oh, hey, this is actually something that is worth looking into. Writing for me has always been is not my mode of expression. I used to make movies, and so I was more of a visual person, and now I make things that I think are of great beauty, and that's another form of expression for me. So writing for me is a new avenue. So I have a new avenue. I've seen new avenues. I heard about a whole new avenue all in an hour and a half period of time. I mean, that's fairly astounding.
It is. It is. It's pretty amazing to me as well. And I know that this process for me has been tremendously healing throughout my life. And what I'm doing with this new course that I'm going to start on Tuesday it's called Write Your Story, Heal Your Life. And we're really going to go deeply into issues that cause you pain and sort of begin to rewrite your story so that that pain is no longer an issue for you. And that is, to me, pretty exciting. And so I'm excited to start. If you'd like more information about this program, I have put a link in in the discussion of this video. And I thank you for listening, and I apologize for not being live, but my knowledge of technology would...
It's like mine.
Yeah, would not fill even a tiny little paragraph. So
I do have a question for you, Jean.
yes.
this isn't just about traumatic pain.
No,
Is it? It's
no. This is about issues and incidents in your life
uh,
that are keeping you stuck,
mm,
that you might want to explore and rework so that you can come to a new understanding and release them. Actually, we'll be doing a whole process through 8 weeks.
because that is what sort of came up for me in the final analysis, is that it's for me the things that came up for me were more um, there were more difficulties rather than pain. I mean, the little bits and pieces of pain that I deal with are fairly minor, but I had a way to look at it, and my difficulties, the things that block me and keep me from doing, like what I would like to be doing, are actually a lot more significant for me. And if it works, if the writing program will work for pain and it worked for difficulties, I'm all for it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for listening. And thank you for understanding. And I will hopefully see you live very soon. This is Jean Tyndall.